Okay, we're back, and now we're going to explore the entire hazardous area in the next 15 minutes. Ready, set, go. So what you want to do is you want to look in all of the far corners of each of these rooms that you walk into. So I walk into this room, and then not the corner right in front of me, but the corner opposite. So the furthest square. Search that corner. Didn't find anything. There isn't going to be anything in any other spots, so follow the right side wall. It's kind of windy. What's in here? Here's another room. Save before you walk in the rooms because each of them will have monsters. Some more zombies. Okay, this should be a piece of cake because I've got my Dispel Undead. I'll cast it at level 2. Everyone will fight. You know, you guys just let Aladra do it. She can probably handle this all by herself. Dispelled. Oh no!
Ow, ow, ow.
It's not. It doesn't always work. You know, that's the chance you take. That's the chance you take when you're learning those pre-spells. Okay. This is the same symbol for poison, but they're not poison. They're actually nauseous. You gotta read what happened to them, otherwise you could be like, oh snap, they're poisoned, I can't rest, but yeah. They're not. They're just nauseous. You know. Ambiguity. Ambiguity in this game. It's a fun word to say. Heal! I gotta rest. 1. Come on, no monsters. 2. Done. Check in the corner. Nothing. Well, that was a waste. Let's follow this right side wall. Okay. Holy crap! What is that? 10 dungeon leeches all in a row. Okay. Aladra will... You know what? I think these are the ones that are pretty easy. I mean, leeches. I mean, when did you ever run into a leech that was scary? Besides the fact that they're just nasty. Everyone's gonna fight except Wendell is gonna cast Fireball at level 2 on the second row. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, dead. Fireball. Now, if my attackers can just do any good. It looks like Rain spent up all of her throwing stars, but I don't care. I like her punch and stuff anyway. She's probably pretty close to maxing out at the punching skill. Once that happens, you may consider giving your monk another weapon to use just to level it up, but punching is what the monk is good at. I mean, for another class. And you know, it's not even like that big of a deal. If they don't know how to use a weapon, they'll learn real fast. If you've got a good weapon that you want them to use, just give it to them. You can see, like, I have a 50 level sword, but if I want to give them an axe that rocks, see later on there's actually a hammer that goes into this mason flail slot that I'm gonna give to Aladra. I'm planning on it because it's like the best weapon in the mid game. I'll just give it to her. You know, it doesn't matter if she knows how to use it. Learn. Okay. Learning a new priest spell. Conjuration is a summon spell. I'm getting pretty good at these spells. Whirlwind is a sucky, crappy spell full of dumb. Armor plate is okay. See, and you gotta think, when is Aladra gonna cast spells? Probably just at the beginning of the battle just to set up, because the rest of the time you want her to be attacking with weapons, because she's a Valkyrie, right? So, like, I mean, I don't want to be relying on her to cast spells in the middle of the battle. So maybe I'll learn Cure Poison, because that's a good spell to know probably about now. Okay, so this room's different. It's telling me that there is an interesting environment. Lots of old bones are lying throughout, and the monsters that dwelled here obviously ate very well. There's remnants of victims, and they're dead. So let's look in the corner. Most of the debris seems to be rotted junk. One item appears to be useful, a miner's pick, which we will use a few times. That's a good thing to have. It will help us to dig through this tunnel and another tunnel, and then it will disappear because it will outlive its usefulness. Okay, following the right side wall, following that wall until we get to another room. here we go. This room's full of slimes. A bunch of slimes at that. So now, I'm just gonna fight. Fight. Everyone will fight. Zinzin will hide. Rain can hide too. She's monk. It's just what they do. I don't know. Why do I want them to hide? Because I need to start practicing that skill. So, forgive me if I reiterate things. I don't always remember what I've said in past episodes. But one strategy that you can take is to have all of your characters be able to hide, which I'm going to do. And let me just tell you, it is a little bit unbalanced. Hiding is a little bit unbalanced. See, the way that I think this game was designed was that for your hiding characters, they wouldn't be targets, and so if they're not targets, because you know they're hidden and so you can't see them, if they're not targets, then your people who aren't hidden get hurt more often, which isn't a big deal, because if you think about it, if you've got warriors in the front, or yeah, fighters, if you've got fighters in the front, the fighter class, if you've got other characters in the front, like a thief, you don't want the thief to get hurt because he'll take more damage. You want your fighters to get hurt because they have a bunch of HP. So you have your thief hide, and then he's gone, and then your fighters can sit there and tank up and soak up all the damage, right? So, you know, win-win. You know, that's what they were designed for. But what if all of your characters can hide? Then who's the target? Well, the answer is nobody's the target. The opponents just sit there. And the thing is when you attack, you come out of being hidden. So it only lasts for one attack, but if you can instantly kill them, so for example, if you do enough damage to do, you know, to take them out in one hit, you won't come out of hiding. You'll stay in hiding. Like, so that's like you coming out of the shadow to grab a dude and knife his throat and put him in the shadows with you, and they're all like, oh, where did Joe go? He's dead. You know, they don't know where you are because free. You just slit his throat. I took a lot of damage from those guys. Let's heal up. Anyway, so long story short, it's hard to build characters like that, but the benefits are so good that it's almost too worth it. It's almost too good. And that's another reason why playing through with one character can be easy, because you just gotta get lucky on some of the harder battles and hide first. Oh, and then you can cast spells and you won't come out of hiding casting spells. So you gotta know spells too, and hiding, and so you gotta build a lot and you gotta think about what you're doing, but it is worth it. Okay, just checking this corner. Here's some vines. Jungle vines. Jungle vines can attack 3 times in the turn. I guess it's because they've got a lot of vines or something. It's not a very good thing, so I kind of want to take them out as best I can. These back ones are probably jungle vines too, but there's more in the front, so I'll focus on that. Fireball, the front row, and go. Wow. I didn't even need to. I think Wendell is pretty much the man. In fact, let's see how many people he's killed. We can look at that by reviewing him. Let's review Wendell. He's killed 141 characters. That's his monster kills, I guess is what that's saying. Rain has killed 99, so she's done pretty good actually. 104? Wow, it's actually not bad. Zinzin is the thief, so he's not doing as much. Usually, and maybe I have to wait until the middle of the game for that to build up, but usually the mage is about double what everyone else is killing. I saw something here. It caught my eye. An interesting key. A dungeon key. This is our way out. We'll need to use that to explore further in this area too. Back in the bottom of the castle. Because I know it looks like it, but we're actually not in the castle right now. Oh, we just hit a dead end. See, this is important. What you can do is you can look at it. What am I doing? Search. Inspecting the wall, you detect traces of a recent excavation. Blah, 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 blah. And so then you're like, well, that makes complete sense. I'm going to use my miner's pick. Bam! Oh, there's some treasure back here. Sweet! This treasure is totally optional. In fact, the loot inside it is random. So if you don't like what you get, you can just load your save and then get something else. I usually try to get ninja equipment in this, because you can get some ninja armors, since there's no way to buy it, but it doesn't really matter. Let's inspect it, Zinzin. What do you think? PH NAD. Well, there's Phantasmal Hand. That's it. Couldn't disarm it. It's actually not a bad thing when that happens, as long as it doesn't go off on you. Because I'm gaining experience by just trying to disarm it. I'm getting like a point every time, so that's good. Steel gauntlets, enchanted blade. Yeah, it's pretty much a bunch of crap. The steel gauntlets I can use on Eladra, but this other stuff, I don't even want it. Longsword? No thanks. You might be like, well, just take it and sell it. Yeah, but you don't really get much out of selling stuff in this game. It's almost not worth it because you gotta tote around stuff, and it's such a pain to review the character, move stuff around from your swag bag. It's just a pain. Just a huge butt pain. Okay, whoa, wait. No, I changed my mind. I want to put on these gauntlets, actually. Sword of Striking, Heraldic Shield, Leather Helmet, Chain Hauberk, Chamois Skirt, Steel Gauntlets, and some buskins. There, so now I got some gloves. Now my hands are nice and protected. The rest of the team's like, how come you get all the armor? Oh, you guys can't equip it, guys. I'm sorry. You'll get some later. Blah, blah, blah. Nobody cares about these guys. Holy crap, I'm way over on time. Boy, how the time flies when you're just raiding the dungeons. I'm almost done with this place anyway. The hazardous area. But, thank you for joining me. If you've watched it this far, thank you double. So, I'm gonna level up Wendell, but in the meantime, you take it easy and I'll catch you next time.